Figure 4 Radio. Lock it in.
Lock it in.
Lock it in. Lock it in.
Lock it in.
Figure 4 Radio.
Hello everyone, welcome to Figure 4 Radio. It's the Mastermind, Ollie Spring, and for the first time in what feels like forever, joined by Luke O'Mac.
Hello, it's
How
the
are
first
you?
time this year at least.
Yeah, fair point. Fair point. You
yeah,
right, buddy?
yeah, I'm back.
Good,
I'm
yeah,
good.
cool.
I'm good.
Have you heard any of the ones that me and Scott and Kai have been doing recently? I
Yes,
really hope you didn't hear the Warfare one. That was
no, I listened
Oh,
to the
no.
Warfare. I'm still waiting on my present.
Fuck, it's at home. I literally have it. I haven't opened it yet. I'm waiting. It looks awful, but yeah.
And B, Kai can fuck himself.
Yes.
How many minus points was I on?
Oh, hundreds.
500 and something.
Hundreds.
So,
and I'm pretty sure
yeah.
he edited out quite a lot of the fuck you Lukes as well, so there was probably twice as many. It just
I'd say
became a catchphrase.
there was a good 12 every 30 seconds.
At
It was
least,
fine.
yeah.
No, but you guys have been ploughing through with all the graps. All the graps
Ploughing
and
on,
all
yeah.
the whatnot.
Actually, on Sunday, Kai and Scott are going to be at Saki P,
Yes,
which would be
yeah.
yesterday if I'm releasing this when I plan to be. So
Yesterday they were there.
yesterday, yeah, they came along. Obviously, if you're free Sunday, bring the kids and
Yeah, well,
jump on board if you want.
yeah.
If you want.
We'll talk afterwards. We'll sort it
We
out.
shall. Yeah. So lots has been happening.
Well, you've been up and down the
I've
country
been,
with
mate. Oh, you have.
Kai and
You have no idea how up and down the country. So let's start off with Royal Rumble weekend. So Saturday was we had a booking for a place called the Wrestling League.
Cool.
Down this time in Ipswich. Only problem was the promoter had a few issues getting two guys down from Wolverhampton.
right. Okay.
And Tej, being Tej, offered to do the driving because he always offers to do the driving. So Saturday morning, 9:30, we set off from MK, me and
Right.
Tej. I offered to go with him because he wouldn't have had a car body for the entire trip there.
That'd been horrible.
Drive all the way up to Wolverhampton. We go around the houses trying to figure out where the fuck this place is. Pick up Big Kev and Riley, who's a guy called El Phantasmo. From Vancouver. It turns out he'd flown in 2 nights before. He landed, went straight to Fight Factory or Fight, whichever one it was. No, not Fight Factory. The other one that has fight in it. Another one. Fight Club. And then he did Fight Club on like 2 hours sleep. Came back to his flat and we picked him up. We got there at about 11:30, I think, to Wolves. So that was like a 2-hour drive to get there. Then we came straight back down the M1 to Bedford to go pick up Ashley Dunn. Then we drove all of us down to Ipswich.
Yep.
Did the show. It was fucking insane. I'm hoping by this time there's going to be one of the matches released. Mark Haskins and Chris Ridgway in the first round of this tournament.
Okay.
Haskins, honestly, I can't begin to tell you how good
Really?
Haskins is. He is. I mean, I've commentated on a lot of people.
Yep.
He is by far, he's head and shoulders above everybody.
Oh wow.
He was just that damn good. So that was pretty cool. They had a Grand Prix tournament to crown a new champion. Chris Ridgway won it. Packed up the car. 10:38. No, it was about 10:30 we set off.
Right.
Thinking like, right, let's get home. But then the problem is with wrestling road trips is neither me nor Ashley Dunn I don't think Riley minded or Kev. None of us wanted McDonald's.
Okay.
We tried so fucking hard to find somewhere that wasn't McDonald's. We drove all around Ipswich.
Bloody hell.
First place we tried to find. I think it was a Pizza Hut and it was closed by the time we got there. Then we went to a kebab shop, but they didn't accept cards. None of us had cash, and the cash machine was miles away. Then we were like, right, we've got 20 minutes till KFC closes. Scooting to the other side of Ipswich, KFC was only open for drive-through, and 5 big guys crammed in a little car. You can't really enjoy your chicken bucket with it on your lap when you've got someone else's lap in your lap.
Nice.
And we ended up going to McDonald's. We were so defeated.
You wasted an hour.
We literally did. We could have just gone straight to McDonald's or just got on the motorway, just got off the first McDonald's, and it would have been fine.
Well, surely it would have been more beneficial for you to get on the motorway, find the first service that wasn't a McDonald's, and stop there.
But then, if it's not McDonald's, they're probably not open. Or that it would have been WH Smith like £5 sandwiches, which nobody really wanted any part of.
Especially when they've been sat there all day.
That's it. And then we dropped Ashley Dunn off. You can, in fact, if you listen to this week's Finger Pod of Doom, hosted by Figure4 Radio now because of our streaming service that we've got, you can hear the entire journey back, and we're just so. I mean, we were awake because of the minimal nutrients that's in a McDonald's, but no, I mean, I fell asleep. I fell asleep, and I accidentally pushed the record button when I woke up. So like, I'd obviously nodded off, and I was like, my head had gone forward, nudged the record button, and that woke me up when I fell forward. I looked down, and it wasn't recording. I was like, fuck! Just pushed it again. I was like. Yeah, so might have accidentally just stopped the recording. Luckily, it missed like 10 seconds of audio.
That's alright.
Yeah, dropped Ashley Dunn off, and then we got to like the M1 roundabout for Bedford, and I was like, we could have either gone down the M1 or the 421 to head to the back of Kingston.
Right.
And I just saw that roundabout, and I knew it was about 7 roundabouts from the flat. And I think TV.
Don't tell me you actually counted down.
Well, no, I can't. It's about that, but basically, it wasn't that far away. I was like, T, could you drop me off first? And thankfully he did. And then him and Kevin Riley drove up to Wolverhampton. Actually, no, I think they went up to Birmingham, and Riley was dropped off at a female admirer's house. Even at like 3 in the morning. I mean,
that's a late night booty call.
Life of a wrestler, mate. Life of a wrestler.
This is why I wish I was at least 10 years younger.
I should have started training years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then Kev came back with him. But yeah, so that was a freaking crazy day.
So you've had a pretty busy weekend and just driving about.
Tej got back at about 4:35 a.m. and then went to work for 10:30 the next day. Well, he's a nutcase.
That man deserves a medal.
He's a nutter. He dropped Kev off on mine on the way home there, and we got to sit down and watch NXT.
Yes.
What did you think of it?
Oh, well, I don't want to say it was. Okay, yeah. To be fair, it was probably the best show of the weekend, including. The Rumble.
No, that is that's a given. But my question, because this is the thing that makes me laugh, is every time there's a new NXT takeover, people are saying that's the best one yet. You know how you've got that mate that goes out for Friday nights every single week, and he's like, mate, that was the best weekend ever, best night out ever. 5 days later, best night ever. Like,
I think,
is it the case?
I think because it's fresher in my mind, then I'd probably say, yeah, I remember that. And because I can remember it, I think, because I remember it, it's better than the others. It's like Mania.
Yeah.
It's like you remember the big bits of Mania, but does that mean that's the best one ever?
Yeah.
Or, you know.
Does one big moment outshine 6 littler moments? Like,
yeah.
I think. You know what we should do? We should do a podcast about all the oh shit! I was wondering what that little flashing red light was, and we should look at all the NXT takeovers and see if we can figure out which is the best.
Yeah, I think any kind of like top 10 or the best of this, it's all obviously down to the person making that list.
True.
There are certain things like let's take Stone Cold's heel turn at X17.
Okay. Yeah.
Up until that point, probably the best WrestleMania ever. Probably still is the best WrestleMania.
Nah, for me it was
Rollins cashing in.
Yeah. That one, just because it wasn't just that,
31.
because you had Rusev in a tank. You had the RKO on Seth Rollins off the
curb stomp.
That was insane. I know the rest of the card. There was a few iffy ones, but generally speaking, that to me was the best WrestleMania. And Rollins cashing in.
Didn't open with a ladder match as well for the IC
Probably.
title.
Oh yeah, the one that Dean Ambrose went like head first through the ladder. Yeah, it was nuts. It was Daniel Bryan winning. Yeah,
D-Bry won.
Daniel Bryan winning. Then you had all the legends afterwards congratulating him. Then you had the tank. You had.
There you go. But then someone else, some smarky little wanker on the internet somewhere is going to go, yeah, but 17 had the heel turn, and it had the Rock and Austin, and it had all this kind of stuff, and it's like that's fine, but that's a history for me. That's like a definitive moment.
Granted, I wasn't watching it live at that point. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that I watched that WrestleMania.
I watched that one live because
was that the one that you went. Oh no, because I know I was at MK11. You must have been the year after, I think.
Yeah, because I was sat at home the other day, and I thought, well, my life's going in a slightly different direction now, so I'm going to go through my Twitter and delete all the old embarrassing shit on my Twitter, because why not? So if you go on my Twitter now, it's stuff that I've approved at this age instead of 5 years ago.
Luke approved. What sort of stuff do you get rid of?
Crap.
Can you remember any of it?
Just really bad jokes. And Yeah, I think there was a tweet on there where I called Donald Trump the C word, and I just thought maybe if
that didn't make the cut.
Well, I thought, you know, maybe if someone looks on my Twitter, if I apply for a new job and they see that, I think let's just get rid of it.
Fair point. Fair point.
I was going through that. The reason I brought it up was because I live tweeted that WrestleMania.
Okay.
So I sat there. There was a tweet on there which I don't think I've got the image for anymore because I think I deleted it off my Instagram. But it was Rollins swinging the belt around his head.
Yeah, like Ultimate Warrior.
Just in caps locks, it just says Rollins has stolen the title.
Yeah.
Just that was it. And like, yeah, I think getting back into wrestling more recently, I think there are probably bigger moments than what you would,
you look at WrestleMania last year. To me,
I remember Mania really.
The biggest moment in all of wrestling ever for me was the Hardys' return at WrestleMania last year. But that one moment doesn't make it the best WrestleMania thing. So let's say the rest of it was largely forgettable.
Other than so what? Taker got. Well, I would say retired because he was back at Raw 25.
This is I've been saying it since last year. I've been saying it since Mania. He's not retired.
No,
yet.
but the Reigns Taker match and the return of the Hardys. There was the 5-minute Goldberg.
That to me, that was the second best match of the year in my eyes. It was only a 3.5 stars, but it was perfect.
Yeah, for the two guys. It was what it needed.
It was absolutely literally. If most matches you ask me, there's always something you could do different.
Yeah.
That match I would leave because it was absolutely perfect.
And the thing is, the build up to that match you wouldn't make any different either. It was done really well.
It was amazing.
But other than that, like, I don't really remember much of it.
No. Because literally.
Oh no! I remember one thing.
Yeah.
Kai's prediction of Mojo Rawley.
Oh fuck!
Where the hell did he pull that one out?
I still don't know. I popped for that purely because of Kai's prediction. I literally just watched the WrestleMania Orlando 24 thing on the network. Like yesterday.
I still need to see that.
That's why a little bit more is fresh in my mind.
Yeah.
Saying that wasn't the one where Shane and Mac jumped off, was it?
No, that was
the year before.
That was the year before.
Because that was still him and Taker.
Yeah, that was him and Taker.
There we go.
Christ.
Anyway,
so back to NXT.
NXT. So I started to rewatch it and kind of wanted to take in a little bit more and make some notes. And I got through one match and realised then that
because the opening match,
I had so many more things to be doing at home that I should have done over the weekend. Opening match was Authors of Pain and Undisputed Era. Now the Undisputed Era is starting to grow on me.
I think
slowly but surely. So I'm not much of a
short of really knowing the catchphrase of Adam Cole, baby. Before like Adam Cole and the Undisputed Era, right? I hadn't really heard much of Bobby Fish and
Shogun J.
Tyler, what's his name?
Tyler.
What's his name?
Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly.
Kyle O'Reilly. That's it. Why didn't Tyler? Sorry.
Shogun J, one half of the Brick Lane Bromantics. He's a huge fan of all three guys, but he's like an indie kid anyway. I'd never heard of them, never seen them. Wasn't fussed when they first came across. I was like, to me, that's just like me getting excited over a TNA guy coming in. Like everyone else is like, meh. I'm like, holy fuck, it's Bobby Roode, and like, but I mean, the match itself, the only notes I've got, it was a bit of there was a few bits at the start when I think there was maybe miscommunications. I'm not sure if they literally just said, right, for the first 3 minutes we're going to shoot on each other.
Maybe.
Because it did kind of look a little bit.
I think that kind of, the size of the Authors of Pain and the size of the Undisputed Era, it is, chalk and cheese. It's that thing.
They had to go in and brawl it out.
Yeah. But no, actually, as far as the Authors of Pain are concerned, since they've arrived, they've got better and better and better.
And that's the point of a developmental brand, because you can see them developing. That's why I like NXT, because you get to see people start out, and then get better and better over time.
We'll hit on the Rumble in a minute, which made me think, like WWE have just bought War Machine.
Oh, we'll talk about the three.
We'll get to it. They've just bought War Machine up, and I thought, so Authors of Pain are getting called up soon, because they've already got what's the other tag team they've got? The two big guys in it in NXT.
My fucking favourites.
What are they called?
The guys that I fucking love. Jesus Christ! Honestly, I still haven't really caught up on my sleep. What's the thing? I haven't been back to work yet, so my brain hasn't quite got back into its thing. Heavy Machinery.
Heavy Machinery. That's the one.
I absolutely adore Heavy Machinery.
Yeah. So
for all the wrong reasons.
So you know, you're going to have those two. And I think if you had a third one...
Could you imagine Heavy Machinery and War Machine? I still don't really know what War Machine are all about, but
no,
I can't wait to see it. I just see the size of them. I'm like, I can already tell what they're going to be like.
It's like, yeah.
They're just going to kick the shit out of people.
So, you know, I reckon Authors of Pain will be up soon.
I'm not so sure.
I don't... It's not going to be a big thing. I think it's going to be...
Saying that, they have kind of done everything they can do in NXT, haven't they, really?
And to be honest, they've like held their own, like when they went against DIY.
That was a brilliant match. That
amazing.
Was a match. And I mean, to be honest, the psychology in this one against Authors of Pain, against Undisputed Era, was quite good. Good. Once they kind of got that first 5 minutes out of the way and levelled it out a bit.
Yeah. I think working on the legs of... That
was it.
I want to say, was it... which one was it? Was it...
Oh, hang on, I've written it down. Was it Akam?
Akam, that's it.
Well, because did you notice when they were going for they teased the final chapter finisher?
Yes.
And it was the guy that was holding him whose leg had been worked on.
Yeah.
And the guy that's doing the running got taken out, and then he rolled him up and got him in a leg bar. That was brilliant because you had to make sure that they were working on the right guy's leg from the start.
Yeah.
And it kind of I really enjoyed that.
Really clever.
And then corner knees. You remember that, like, we just being Kyla, I think it was Kyle O'Reilly in the face. Just fucking ploughing into him. Not a care in the world. So I kind of like that physicality side of things. The other thing I noted was the Paul Heyman intro. I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah,
so usually it's Triple H going, "We are NXT."
Yeah.
And this, I was hearing the voice. I'm like, hang on, that's Paul Heyman. And then it clicked, like, they're in Philly. Holy fuck! Like,
and actually, the crowd,
the Smarts are gonna love this.
The crowd in Philly over the whole weekend, not just NXT. I thought
they were
for a Philly crowd. They were quite respectful.
Yeah.
Like, because sometimes they get really arsey.
And they just cheer people for, literally, they do the opposite thing. But actually, they cheered all the right people.
I almost want to say, very well behaved.
Yes. Good job, Philadelphia.
That's my inner father coming out. Very well behaved. Well done.
I was quite surprised at how the Authors of Pain got a cheer. They were getting cheered in the match. Because, I don't think they're very babyface-ish.
No,
so to hear a dueling chant was quite cool as well.
I also think that's the thing of, especially with NXT, is the people that watch it, you know, they've got this whole, are you a superstar or a wrestler type thing.
Yeah.
But the people that watch it are so enamoured by the wrestling that's happening. Like, it could be fucking, if Hulk Hogan came back and had an amazing, like, he's never had one in his life, but if he came back and had an amazing technical wrestling match with someone, he'd get a cheer, regardless of where they were.
I don't know, Hogan and Ultimate Warrior at WrestleMania 6 I thought was quite good technical.
Oh, yeah,
that was the blowjob spot.
Yeah, the blowjob spot was technically spot on. I mean, that head movement from Warrior was...
true. No, but that match, I think I always put that down as probably my favourite Hogan match, and actually my favourite Warrior match as well.
I don't think I can pick one of either, because I don't...
But anyway, we don't care about that.
Yeah.
And the problem with me is as well, I hadn't quite caught up on NXT before TakeOver.
I was a little bit out of the loop. I've been a little bit out of the loop since the end of last year.
So Velveteen Dream and Cassius Ohno. In fact, the last NXT I watched was the year closing one because they were saying Merry Christmas before they signed off.
Okay, so I don't even think I saw that.
Yeah, so I'm about 3 or 4 weeks behind. So Velveteen Dream and Cassius Ohno, I had no idea of the build-up, but the first 30 seconds of that match were absolutely beautiful.
I said
absolutely beautiful.
I said this to you because I went back and watched a little bit, like the video package type thing beforehand, and I didn't know anything. Like I said, I've been out of it for a few weeks, and that first 30 seconds was spot on.
So apparently, Velveteen Dream has said he's going to knock Cassius Ohno out in 30 seconds, and that was the reason why he was in the boxing shorts with the mouth guard.
That mouth guard had the best entrance of the weekend. Just on that pillow, it was just amazing.
It was perfect. Yeah, and as I say, so thankfully, I was watching and Kev was like, "Oh yeah." He's basically said he's going to knock him out in 30 because Cassius Ohno, knockout artist, and Velveteen Dream literally just like, I'm going to knock you out.
Yeah.
Fuck you. And it's just when he hit him and he fell down and the crowd went...
The rocking cheer.
It was amazing. It was... I mean, and the rest of the match was all right.
But to be honest, like, when Velveteen first came out on the scene in NXT, I looked at him and just thought, what a pile of shit this is going to be.
But he's worked it.
Oh, he
has fully committed to that character.
The biggest turning point was the feud of Aleister Black. But I think when he came out and he had his own face on one leg and Aleister Black's on the other, those tights, and it was so Rick Rude-ish. I was just like, yeah, I can get into this. This is good.
But the thing that I dig about it is that he has just committed to that character.
Oh yeah.
I remember I was listening to a podcast with D'Lo Brown when he was given that horrible chest plate protector thing. He really didn't want to do it, but he apparently was sitting down talking to his wife, and she was like, "Look, I know you don't want to do it, but if you take this piece of crap that you've been given and commit to it 100%, it will get over."
That's damn right.
And it did. And as I say, like, and the amount of things, there's a handful of things down the line. If you look at it, if you look back and say that shouldn't have got over, but the person involved, like Mizdow. Stunt double.
Never should have got over.
That should have never got over, but he committed to it.
Damien Sandow was amazing.
It was, and he got him over to the point that they couldn't ignore it.
Yeah.
And that's the same with Velveteen Dream. I think it could be terrible, but
going back to the actual match itself, I think I said to you in our little group chat, I said that for me it was the worst match on the card.
Probably. But I can.
It's, like I said, that opening 30 seconds was great, and the work from the two guys is really good. But I've got no interest in Cassius Ohno.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
He basically is now there as the veteran to kind of help get good matches out of people.
He's only been there a year.
No, but Chris, as in,
because Chris Hero.
That's the second time that he's been in NXT, and he's. I mean, actually, let's have a little look. Let's have a little look on here and find out how long Cassius Ohno has been wrestling for. He made
must be a long time.
He made his debut.
His debut.
I mean, for starters, he's 30. He's almost 40. He is almost 40. He made his debut.
That's some speed reading going on right there.
It looks like he debuted on the 12th of September 1998.
Yeah.
98. So he's been wrestling 20 years.
Yeah, so I was 10. 10, 11.
Yeah, I was 12.
Fair enough.
And he's been doing this for that long. So he is a veteran right now. And I don't think he's ever going to...
set the world alight.
Yeah, but when we're saying that, he's been involved in he's been involved in a good few matches. But he is... Right now, I think, I guess, ever since I had that car ride with Bram, I just look at it like... He might not ever win a championship, but it's wrestling, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He is earning a decent amount of money doing something he loves.
Yeah, and that's all you can really ask for as a career, isn't it?
Yeah. Ember Moon and Shayna Baszler.
I'm so glad.
Still don't like Shayna Baszler.
No, but I'm so glad Ember Moon won. Because I think if Baszler had won, I would have thrown something at the telly.
Yep.
But I am going to give props to Shayna Baszler for that whole... I don't know what it's called, but when she stands on their hands and stomps on their elbow.
No. So there was two moments that literally made my arsehole turn in on itself.
All I'm going to say is that is a phenomenal spot.
It looks honestly
awful.
even thinking about it, I am cringing. Literally, I mean, there's me and Katie sat on the sofa, Kev sat in the armchair. And I think I saw it first in the video package beforehand.
Yeah, who did she do it to?
It was the Aussie girl, the New Zealand girl that I think's fit.
The blonde one.
Looks like... the other one. Actually, yeah, I've just realised I think both of the Aussies... all three of them, actually. What was her face? She wears the bunches. That girl. I saw it in the video package and I shrieked. Yeah. And like Kev and Kaylee were just like looking at their phones while the VP was going... And I shrieked. They looked up like, what? I was like, we're round it back. Yeah. I was like, that is disgusting. That is hideous. There's no place for that.
I looked at it and Becca was like, how do they do that? Yeah. And I was like, she's got to be double jointed.
Well, no, so
she has to be. There's no way you can safely do it.
Watching it with a wrestler, Kev knows a lot of stuff, and basically he says that's the natural way the arm bends. It's just the way that it's done, and it makes you think that it's not meant to bend that way when actually it does.
It's fine.
And in fact, there's one thing he does. Oh man, Kev blows my mind. He does this thing where he grabs my index and middle finger and my ring and my pinky finger,
right?
And he does this thing, and he pulls them apart like what Pete Dunne does, Zack Sabre Jr. And it's the way he clicks his fingers when he pulls them apart, so it looks like you're snapping every joint out of place.
Yeah,
and he's done it to me before. It was my hand. I could feel no pain, but it hurt. Because I was watching him do it and I heard the noise and it cringed me. I was like, how the fuck? Same with that fucking spot. Like, she kicks the arm. And literally, I just, man, I never want to see that spot again in my life. But at the same time, Kev's like, but your reaction right there, that's why it works, because everybody's throwing up right now.
But, you know, that, the match itself, I didn't think was anything overly special.
No, it wasn't. It kind of had a feeling of Bayley versus Asuka in the way that it's like the sweet young girl taking on the brutal fighter, and it's like lamb to the slaughter, but the lamb's going to fight back. Yeah,
it just... I don't know if maybe it's Ember Moon. I'm just not completely sold on her.
I love her. Sorry, what?
Well, no. I mean, she's great. And
I'm a huge fan.
She's worthy of the title, but I just don't think I'm personally sold on her.
I'm not sold on Baszler, to be honest.
No, nor am I.
But, she can go get in the sea.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
No, I mean, it was a fun... I can't remember much about it, to be honest, other than that fucking arm spot. It just makes me cringe.
But no, that was it. Like, apart from the arm spot and the fact that she won it with a one-armed eclipse.
When she selling that arm was... Yeah. Well, did she win it like that? No, it was a roll-up.
It was a roll-up. Oh, yeah, that's right, because she had her in the arm bar,
right. For about half an hour.
Yeah. Any human would have tapped.
Yeah, that's it. And I mean, again, I could relay everything that Kev was saying about the match, but I need to stop talking about Kev because everyone will start talking. Alistair Black, Adam Cole, Extreme Rules, baby. Second spot of the night that made me cringe.
I wanted to say this was going to be the show stealer, but actually, I don't think it was.
Nobody expected the show.
Spanish Inquisition.
Nobody expected and Almas and Gargano to put on that match that they did. But yeah, this one, it was.
It's the chair spot you're talking about, isn't it?
Oh my god. Just because I've had back problems for years.
Yeah.
From just sometimes I struggle to put my own socks on, and he just goes and does that. I'm just like, for fuck, are you serious?
That's literally like an inch higher or an inch lower, and you're paralysed. It's like that's a really
I think the idea is that your momentum's got to carry you so that you don't land on it. You kind of just roll over it. Yeah.
But to be honest, really good hard hitting match, and you expect that from Alistair Black.
Oh yeah. Alistair Black is just worth his weight in gold as far as
Adam Cole,
baby.
Yep. We all knew he could be a little bit dirty from War Games. And how he fights, and I think that kind of tied in really well with his character. It was a really good match. It was fun. That knee spot through the table.
The knee spot through the table. Oh yeah.
That was really cool.
That looked really good. That
was really cool.
And you don't really... I think that was potentially the first announced table spot in NXT. They really don't do that to... I tell a lie now. I think there was one of the women's where Nikki Cross got suplexed through it.
Yes.
Or was that through the table?
That was the last woman standing.
Yeah. Did she go through the table?
She went through the announce table.
Or was it the one on the outside?
It was the announce table.
Yeah, it was the one on the outside in the four-way when it was the iconic duo as well against Asuka and Nikki Cross, I think. Anyway, it was a really cool match.
And also just that free fall from the top.
Through the table?
Yeah, from the top turnbuckle, where Alistair Black's up there and he's got Adam Cole throws the chair at him, and then just kicks the chair and he just free falls back into the table.
We spoke about this. So have you seen the Chris Jericho Kenny Omega match from Wrestle Kingdom?
Yes.
We shat all over the table spot in that because this is one thing I realised with these spots.
Also, the Japanese tables seem a lot smaller.
True. Oh no, they are. But to me, a good table spot is one, and I've noticed this as well. Is when you're watching these matches, you see them set up tables, and then the good psychologists will then carry on with the match and make you forget the table's there, so that when they go through it,
it was like, there it is. Yeah.
With the Chris Jericho Kenny Omega match, just before he fell through it, he hesitated, and he reminded you in that split second the table was still there.
Yeah.
And it was like, table. You're like, the table's there, and that's why it's fun. Yeah. With this one, I'd forgotten the tables were there completely, and I popped for it.
Yeah.
And literally, it was when he was in the air that I was like, "There's a table there!" Yeah. Like they'd completely taken my attention away from the table.
But I also think as well is they called for the tables at like 2-3 minutes into the match.
Yeah.
So they both got a table out and they both set it up. But then because it's hard cam side, all you see is ropes and
That's
then
it.
like them. So you miss a lot of what's there.
Go back and watch the old Triple Threat TLC matches. Tables are always set up super early on, and then they go through them later. And that's the thing, because if you just set them up and they go through it, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, there we go, pal. It's
that's
like
your cheap pop. That's oh, it's happened. Now
it's like you've seen your presents wrapped up and then you've opened it 10 seconds later. Whereas the idea is, you put the table there and give it some time. You put the presents under the tree, leave them there for a couple of weeks, then it's Christmas Day. You're like, oh shit, the presents were under there. Yeah. And that's the thing, and it worked perfectly. And how much do we need to say about the main event? Andrade Cien Almas.
A few months back,
Johnny Gargano.
If you had said to me,
I think you're about to say the exact same thing that we mentioned.
Yeah, if you said to me that Andrade Cien Almas was a main eventer and had the title, I'd be like,
and would have a show-stealing match with Gargano, no one would believe you. No one would believe you.
There was a point in that match, and I apologise because I don't know their names, when Gargano's wife jumped to the barrier and chased, is it Selena Vega?
Selena Vega, yeah.
Chased Selena Vega away. Well, I genuinely thought Gargano's going to win this. Like, honestly, in my head, I was like, Cien Almas hasn't had it for a long time, but maybe they've got more faith in Gargano and he's going to win it. And I got really excited and suckered in like a fucking loser. And then he lost, and I was like, oh, that suits his character so much better.
Like he's kind of like Sami Zayn. I prefer Sami Zayn when he lost than when he won, because you just feel so much more for him when he loses.
Honestly, that match, if anyone says, what's wrestling all about, just put it on.
That's it. I think that could be one of the best.
It's up for match of the year already. Especially in WWE or NXT.
Without a doubt.
And the final spot, seeing Ciampa come back with the...
See, I wasn't so keen on that. Because, and I said this to Kev as well at the time, because he walks up, swings, hits him with his crutch,
leaves,
stands there, doesn't do anything. And he doesn't even look angry. He just looks dead inside. I
think the thing is, he still needs the crutch. I don't think his knee is 100%.
Oh no, he was still limping off. But I don't know. To me, I just don't understand. Even when he first turned on him, he did all the moves. He dropped him through the table, but in his eyes, he just looked.
But then I think that suits the character. I think you put so much effort into trying to win. Trying to put so much effort into win these tag titles, and constantly falling down and always losing, and then you get frustrated with your partner, and then you get to a point where you've got no energy and you're sapped, and you're looking at the person like, don't care. So to have that dead look is just, I'm pissed off at you, but
I'm hoping that they build his character into that, because I don't for a second believe that Ciampa's not good enough to do a decent facial expression. I don't believe that he's a rookie in this department. I don't believe that he can't pull off these things. So I'm hoping that either via commentary or via his matches when he comes back, they play into that just dead inside. He will just go out and hurt you just because he doesn't.
I think his first couple of matches when he comes back, if that's what they go down, need to be brutal squashes. Absolute.
As in he needs to cripple people just for fun. 100%. But that match.
But Cien Almas was star of the weekend. Not even just NXT for that night, for the whole weekend. He put an amazing show in the Rumble. He was great.
I think to me there's a few things that I loved it for. Firstly, we were sat there and we weren't timing it, and I was like, mate, this feels like we've gone on for about an hour. And then because I think Kevin already knew the result, so he had a quick look and he was like, well, it's the match time lasts, that it says it lasts half an hour. Like 32 minutes is the time it lasts. Therefore it couldn't have been going that long. And I was like, man, it feels like it's gone 45 already, and we're probably only about the 20-minute mark at that point.
It was
and the fact that they were like, their exhaustion makes you feel exhausted. I love the matches like that. And also the psychology. So for me, psychology is more than just why are you hitting this, why are you kicking that, why are you hitting this move at this point. I like it when it kind of takes it into a more sports feel. So anybody that watches NXT knows a handful of spots from each guy. They know what they're going to. They know that Johnny's going to do the spear through the rope. He's going to do the springboard DDT, slingshot DDT. We know Andrade's going to hit the double knees. He's going to do that spinning reverse DDT off the top rope. The fact that they counted them all shows that it just makes sense, because if that was a real fight, you would go into it making sure you knew your opponent, so you would know he's going to hit me with this. So therefore, when he tries it, I'm going to do this.
Yeah, exactly.
And the fact that they were doing counters for the first attempts shows great psychology, because it means they were
It's almost like you scout the person.
That is it. That is it. And I just like the way that it makes sense.
I just think Gargano wished he could have scouted the knees when he put his head in the back of the ring post.
Oh, but that was he'd gone to hit them inside the ring, and he managed to escape or rolled it up or did whatever he did.
It was so good.
It was just. Did they hit a vertical suplex to the outside? I'm trying to think.
I can't remember.
Or was it? Oh no, it was a cannonball. He went to a cannonball, and Almas was just like, nope. Yeah. See you later. I'm just gonna sidestep.
Yeah.
Left trigger over here, and he just it was just. And then Sanity coming out with the sorry, that was the other match. Sorry, I'm getting confused. So much good stuff. So much good stuff happened. I'm not sure if it was the best takeover ever, but that was pretty damn fucking good.
Oh, it was great.
That was really good.
Yeah.
So Rumble.
Yeah.
Do you care much for the pre-shows? I know the people I was with didn't care much for the pre-shows.
No, I didn't either. It was a 3-on-3, 205.
I mean, it wasn't bad.
I didn't see it.
Everyone got their shit in.
Didn't see it.
The three masked guys. Did you see? The reason why I really wanted to watch pre-show was firstly for the revival, because I haven't seen a revival match in forever.
I saw a little bit of the revival match,
and they got the win, which was good.
Yeah,
I think that's important.
I think it doesn't do Gallows and Anderson any good though. I know they've been teamed with Balor as Balor, but
on Raw 25, the revival were just shit kicked by fucking everybody. It was the NWO DX and then the club. They ate every finisher under the sun. Yeah, so it kind of made me glad that they got their win back, because
50-50 booking.
Yeah, otherwise that's a really good tag team brought up, and you're just burying them. No, I was really glad with that match, and then Bobby Roode going. It was to be decided, and I think.
Well, see, I read
It was an open challenge.
I read recently that that was changed last minute.
This is the thing. We went into this thinking we're like, oh, who could it be? Imagine if James Storm had secretly signed and he comes out. Yeah. Imagine if it was this guy. Imagine if it was that guy. And then we got.
I heard it was up until literally the last half an hour, it was meant to be Ziggler.
Shit.
So Ziggler was meant to come back and say, I want my title back.
What's the deal with Ziggler?
So he won the US Championship of whatever thing it was.
Okay. I still haven't watched. Was it Night of Champions?
I think that's what it might be.
The last one.
Yeah, I think
I still haven't seen it.
So basically, he won that.
One I haven't seen.
He won that in Night of Champions, and then the next SmackDown, basically put the title in the ring and was just like, don't want it, and walked away.
Shit.
No, just completely left it and walked away.
Really?
Yep. So they had the USA title bracket challenge thing for whoever, which Bobby Roode won, so he's now the US champion.
Come on, Bobby.
And no one has seen Ziggler since. No one has seen him at all. He's not been on telly or anything like that. And then it got to a point at the Rumble where he did the open challenge, and I thought this would be perfect for Ziggler.
Yeah.
The only problem is it's pre-show. No one's going to fucking see it at all.
But I was speculating.
But it was meant to be Ziggler up until literally half an hour before.
I was speculating on a lot of different people, and Mojo's music hit. I was like,
not fast.
Okay, fair enough. But still, I mean, it was really good to see Bobby as a face. And because he's so good at both, I was just really pleased for that.
Yeah, it's nice to see, and I think because Mojo's going through that heel run at the minute, it played off quite well. Yeah. I'm still not sold on Mojo Rawley.
No, don't like him. He can go. He can get the bin.
Yeah. But then the first match of the main card.
So you've seen it all now because you fell asleep.
I fell asleep initially, but I have seen it all.
Cool. See, because I was watching this with a room full of overexcited wrestlers and wrestling fans. So it was. I think I've kind of half seen most of it. I think there was so much bants going on. I think it was hard to stay focused. AJ and see, to me, AJ Styles is just so good in triple threat scenarios. He can take two people and say, right, here's a cool innovative spot we're going to do here.
Yeah, I guess so.
When you try and do this, I'm going to do it into that. And there was a few of those little moments where it kind of harked back to AJ, Samoa Joe, and Christopher Daniels from Unbreakable 2005.
Can't say I remember.
It was the best triple threat match ever.
Okay.
When everyone was still young, basically.
Yeah.
And so there was a few moments that it harked back. The finishing thing I kind of spotted as it happened. I was like,
the
but
non-tag.
they didn't make the tag, and I'm thinking,
Yeah.
oh, did they? Because they did it really well. Where I'm thinking to myself, they're close enough to make the tag,
Yeah.
and then they were kind of waving around,
Yeah.
and then it obviously went down the way it did. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that was pulled up on, and I'm glad that it looks like it's going to continue. My thought process is though, are we if they'd have won, would they have been co-champion? Would that have even worked?
See, I don't think they're going to build for that. I think with, you know, anyone that's listening to this, you must have watched the Rumble because spoiler.
Yeah.
With Nakamura going against AJ now.
Yeah.
Mania, they're going to have to wrap this up at the next. Well, the next pay-per-view I think is after Mania.
Yeah,
so they're going to have to wrap up on SmackDown pretty sharpish.
I would really love to see Owens and Zayn break up. I know they haven't been that together that long.
Yeah,
but imagine if they were to give them a singles match at WrestleMania, because they've been on the same card at WrestleMania in the same matches, but it's always been the clusterfucks.
But in saying that, why not wait for Sami and Owen next year at Mania? So this year you could still have them maybe go for a tag match, put them against the Usos or whoever.
Could do.
And then have them as champions for 3-4 months, and then slowly break them up towards the end of Christmas, and then have it culminate at Mania next year.
Could do.
And at that point, they would have lost the tag titles, and one of them could have picked up, I don't know, the US or the Intercontinental, and have it for a belt. Because Sami's not had one. So
that's true.
It'd be really good for Owens to maybe pick up the US title.
What if Sami turns properly and then Kevin Owens is the babyface? They completely reverse the roles.
But then what you could do is you could have it so that regardless of who's heel or who's face, you could have it so Kevin has a belt going in at Mania, and Sami picks up his first title at Mania.
That would be cool.
It's good for Sami.
Yeah, I mean, I'm intrigued to see where they go with it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Because I say, to be honest, that match, 3 of my favourites at the moment, I think, or 3 of the people that I would consider my favourites.
Yeah.
Not that I watch an awful lot of WWE, but yeah, I like all 3 of the guys. The Usos, and then
what a mess this was.
The tag team that I am now affectionately referring to as Gageman.
Gable
and Benjamin. Gageman.
That's amazing. Not American Beta. Gageman.
Or Benbull. Gageman is great. Chelton Gageman.
Chelton Gageman.
The thing I liked about this was that it was a 2-0 win.
I don't know, because I think the Usos keeping was the right thing.
Oh yeah, because they are the absolute best thing.
I think because the way the first fall went was reversal, kick out, and it felt like it was going on forever.
Yeah.
And then it was a quick roll up right after the first one. Yeah. That's 2-0. I was
just like that.
It felt a bit underwhelming.
Yeah. No, true. But then I think the problem with with Rumbles, unless you have really, really, really good matches other than on the undercard, it's always going to be overshadowed.
Yeah, true.
I think looking at the 4 people involved, they could have probably done a whole lot more. But
then I suppose it's also time constraints. If they said this is how long your match has got to be, and the referee sat there going 2 minutes, a minute, 30 seconds, wrap it up.
Get home.
Yeah.
Go home, lads. Go home. I mean, you never know, but I mean, I like Chad Gable. I still don't really know an awful lot about Shelton Benjamin. I think Chad Gable is the man. I just want to see American Alpha get back together. Just stop all this nonsense. Because again, Jason Jordan is not gelling as a singles guy with Seth.
But actually, Jason Jordan's character is really fucking funny.
True. I mean, he always was the goofy one. He always was a little bit goofy, but then I think that's what got American Alpha over.
He's just this whiny little bitch, and he's great. He's really funny. Like, he goes to Kurt Angle and moans about everything, and then Kurt's like, okay, put you in a match. He's like, yeah, but my knee hurts. And it's just like, stop whining then, you twat. Like, he's really good. Really good.
I miss American Alpha. That's
fair enough.
That's good. Okay, so should we? In fact, no, we'll get into the Rumbles in a little while.
Yeah.
The Bar versus I haven't got a cool tag name for Jordan and Rollins, but Shield 2.0. Yeah. Oh god, I feel so sorry for them.
I think because they followed the Rumble and everyone was spent. Everyone was just like, no, I can't. I've got no energy to give.
Yeah.
It's not that it was a bad match, but I watched it, like, Becca wanted to rewatch it, so we put it on the Rumble on.
Yeah.
She wanted to watch the 2 Rumbles, and obviously it comes on afterwards. And she was like, "Have the crowd gone home?" I was like, "They might as well have done, because it was so quiet."
But
it was
just, when you're knackered. Like, I mean, we were at TJ's, we were all knackered as well.
Yeah.
Like, we could have all just had a bit of a 10-minute nap there, but
the match itself was all right. The outcome, I think.
I mean, so it was basically a handicap match. So from what I gather, Jason Jordan's legit injured.
Well, yeah. I mean, I haven't seen Raw, so I don't really know what's happening. But yeah, I mean, the spot where he headbutts the post, and then I like the fact that he tagged himself in, and there was stood there and just went, "I'm leaving."
This is
just tagged himself out and walked away.
This is a terrible idea. Yeah, I mean, it was what it was. It was what it was. Brock versus Kane versus Braun Strowman.
It was a snooze fest. I really did enjoy it.
I don't know if I actually did fall asleep at this point.
I just didn't enjoy it.
I'm just struggling to remember much of it.
We all knew that. I think it was quite predictable. We knew that Kane was going to eat the F5 to make Braun look quite strong. We all know that the Elimination Chamber coming up is going to be Roman winning to go on to face Brock, which means they've got a few weeks left of Lesnar versus Braun.
Because I was absolutely convinced that Roman was going to win the Rumble.
Okay.
Pleasantly surprised when he didn't.
Yeah.
What if he doesn't win the Elimination Chamber either?
Then it's going to be, so far, it's going to be either Elias or Cena that he's facing at Mania. Cena versus Brock.
Reigns is going to win, isn't he?
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking to myself, what if they...
The thing is, though, Raw's really short on talent, just due to injuries and stuff. Like Joe's not there. There's no real, like, you could put the Miz in it, but he'll just be there to eat finishes in the Elimination Chamber. He won't do anything.
Because my thoughts are, we all know that it's going to be Reigns and Lesnar at WrestleMania. But I just don't want them. I want them to tell a fun story. I don't want to. I was convinced it was going to be Rumble and that's it. Yeah. And then we got 3 months of hearing the same old shit. Yeah. I was so relieved because I'm hoping. I'm hoping now that we're going to get something interesting instead of something boring and predictable.
I hope so.
But again, much like a lot of this, I'm happy to sit back and be told the story.
Yeah, I just think the match itself. I said to you before we started recording that non-table spot with Braun and Kane, where Braun pretty much put himself through the table.
Actually,
it all seemed a bit...
I really like the bit where the announce table flip spot was reversed and
Brock did it to Braun.
that was fun.
Yeah,
that was fun.
Like, it was a bit of a good callback. I think because I knew the outcome. Yeah. Before it even started, I was just waiting for the inevitable, and I wouldn't really get involved in it.
That's true. Right. So first Royal Rumble match.
Let's start with the men. Go on then.
I thought it was a bit of a weird place to put it on the card.
Yeah,
for starters.
But the thing is, I don't think you can do 2 Royal Rumble matches back to back.
True.
So you either do it at the very beginning, and then for the rest of the night until you get to the second one, everyone is dead.
Yeah.
That's the problem. So they had to kind of balance it out a little bit.
I think they should do 2 separate pay-per-views.
I'd like to see I like to see an all-women's pay-per-view.
Yeah, why not do a men's Royal Rumble and then like a month later
or whatever?
Yeah,
a women's
do have that pay-per-view and then have all the women's feuds.
I can think, they're still doing SmackDown pay-per-views and Raw pay-per-views and things like that separately. I think last year was 18 pay-per-views over the year, and they cut it down. I haven't updated the spreadsheet yet. And then I think they've cut it down to 16 this year. I think in all. So why not, have another dual branded one, but have a full women's one? Because that, this whole thing was historic and about history. When was the first? Name me. Okay, no, actually, because they have Women of Honor, don't they? But name me any TNA don't do it. Ring of Honor have Women of Honor, but New Japan don't do it. So it would be the first kind of pay-per-view for women. That would be it.
From a major company.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure TNA have done like a one night only thing, but
yeah.
Well,
they might. I don't know.
Yeah. Right. So Rusev, I was impressed with how over that whole Rusev Day is.
Rusev Day is massive.
I don't get how that's happened, but
give props to Aiden English.
Yeah,
that note that he held was amazing.
But the fact that I was convinced he was going to leave WWE last year, and he's
still there.
Yeah, insane, absolutely
He's done
insane.
really well to get himself over, actually.
So we had Finn Balor run.
Iron Man. Let's just give some
so that
props
was
to
57
Finn there.
minutes.
He did. Yeah, he was really good.
That was pretty cool. The first big thing that I think I really popped for was Heath Slater.
That whole thing was amazing.
That whole little kind of 10-minute story that he told was possibly my favourite Rumble thing ever.
I like the fact that Baron Corbin came in, there was a cheeky elimination, and then he just demolished everyone.
Yeah.
And then Heath got the brunt of it. He came out at the wrong time.
And that was brilliant. And then everybody else that came down just kept kicking him. And you can hear me, and I was like, kick him! Kick him! Yeah!
And then
another guy comes down, kick him!
Who was it that comes down? Is it
was it Big E that?
No, it was Bray. It's Bray Wyatt, and at that point, it's he's on his hands and knees, and he's right by the ring apron, and Bray just throws him into the thing, and then he gets back, and Big E comes down and shoves the pancakes.
It was amazing.
It's great.
But then, as I say, when Sheamus picks him up. And we were because we were going like, I think the first reaction was Corbin knocked him down, so the next person was just going to pick him up and put him in.
Yeah.
But then they shit kicked him as well. Yeah. We were like, actually, I prefer this. I prefer this is better. Keep doing this. And then like Sheamus picked him up, like, oh yeah. And then the fact they eliminated Sheamus straight away, it was like, it was absolutely insane. It was so damn good. Andrade Cien Almas.
I said it earlier. He man of the weekend to have what I'm going to call a 5-star match with Johnny Gargano. To come in last as long as he did.
So it was almost half an hour.
He was spot on. He was brilliant all weekend.
Elias, I don't remember much about. Bray Wyatt.
Elias came in when it was empty, and he did the whole song.
But he was in it for 26 minutes apparently, which 26 minutes I don't think I remember. Big E, Sami Zayn attacking thingy, and they're making his way in
for Ty.
Because I'd completely forgotten about Ty. I forgot he was even a thing. And then his music went. I was like, oh fuck, is it number 10? I was like, oh yeah. And then obviously it didn't come out. I was like, oh,
shame.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, I don't think what. Yeah, because Sammy and Kevin. But then did Kevin not come down later on because of his leg?
I can't remember. Yeah, he must have been. It must have said yeah. But either way, Xavier Woods, Apollo Crews, Shinsuke Nakamura then came in. He was in 45 minutes. Jeez.
Yeah. Nakamura came down at 14.
Yeah.
And I think it was when Apollo Crews came out. Michael Cole, who I will come on to after this thing.
Beg your pardon?
He fucking wishes.
Michael.
Spit on him instead. But when Apollo Crews came out down the ramp, Michael was just like, oh, unlucky 13, no one, there's been like 2 Rumble winners from the teams, like they're all in like Iron Mans, all this what, and I was just like, yeah, fair enough. And then Nakamura came out, and I was like, oh, that's where it changes.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, he was
my pick to win.
He was a few people's, I think,
or Balor, either one.
Kofi Kingston doing his little escape spot. It was a little bit shit because it was a little bit uninventive when it was just Xavier Woods.
But how long was Xavier laying on the floor for? He got eliminated like 5 minutes before that.
True. But the springboard thing they did when they launched him back in.
Christ, that was good.
That was insane. Yeah. How high did he fucking go for that? We all popped for that quite a lot. Jinder, Seth, Matt Hardy, Cena, all a bit blah. Hurricane Helms.
See, what I liked about this Rumble with with Ray returning and Hurricane Helms as your nostalgia. That's kind of all it needed. Yeah, it didn't need any 3 or 4 returns or.
I do kind of feel it was a bit pointless having him eliminated in 45 seconds.
It was quite
because
funny,
that then is a bit of a spot that could have gone to somebody else that could have done a bit more with it.
Yeah.
Aiden English, Adam Cole coming in was a nice surprise.
Yeah.
That was quite cool. I like
the fact that Adam Cole came out bandaged up as well.
Yeah, 100%. I had Randy, Titus, The Miz.
Oh, Titus, what a fuck.
Just, meh.
Yeah, he can move.
So Rey Mysterio was a nice surprise. And obviously at this point we were like, right, we knew Reigns hadn't come out yet, so it's like
I honestly thought they were going to put him in at 30.
Yeah. But when you got Goldust and Ziggler at 29 and 30, that to me was a little bit of a like, oh, okay.
I mean, what the hell was Goldust all about?
I would have saved Rey Mysterio for number 30.
Well, no, he's already done a number 30 and it didn't go over very well.
That's true, actually. Maybe 29. But still, it was nice to see Rey come out and get cheered. So the final four, you had Finn Balor and Shinsuke and Shinsuke Nax, and then Cena and Reigns. And to me, the final four was done perfectly because you had basically me. I'll talk about it for me. 50% of me was excited. 50% of me was shitting my pants.
Yep, same.
Then Finn Balor was eliminated. Then a third of me was excited. 2/3 of me was shitting my pants.
Yep.
Then Cena was eliminated, and it was just perfect because everyone. Well, I was just convinced that it was going to be Reigns. And
I think up until. Well, no, I'm with you, but until it came down to Shinsuke Nakamura and Roman Reigns, I was like, it's 50-50. Mm-hmm. For the whole match, I just thought, don't eliminate Nakamura, don't eliminate Nakamura. And when it got to 50-50, I was like, have a little bit of faith in WWE that they're not going to put Reigns over.
We're so used to not having faith in them, I think. But that last 3 or 4 minutes exchange between the two, I think there was a knee to the face. There was it really was that good.
I'd like to see him have a one-on-one.
Yeah,
I don't think we've seen Reigns versus Nakamura.
But put him in a proper strong style match.
You know, I've said this before. We shit all over Reigns. Oh, he's shoved down our throats. Right, he's a really good worker.
That's the thing. He does do good matches, and when you put him with the right people, they are really good matches. Yeah. I just don't like the way he's been booked. I don't appreciate his character. To be honest, but yeah, I'll be honest. That last kind of the final four and the other moments in there, that made it for me one of the best Rumbles in recent memory.
It was a really good.
Granted that you look back and you've got Batista, you got Randy Orton, and you got Roman Reigns winning. Those ones are all a little bit well,
the year Batista won was the year Roman should have won.
Everyone was cheering for Roman then. And when he didn't, it was you missed the boat now, we're going to shit all over it.
But then that would have been Randy Orton, Roman Reigns, and Bray and Daniel Bryan. That would have been weird.
Would have been weird.
But that was the year he should have won. And then Triple H won it last year.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah,
he won it last year because it was for the title. Because Roman went in first. Got knocked out and beaten down, and then came back near the end, and then got knocked out by Triple H. And then the year before that.
Well, actually, to be honest, I kind of didn't mind Triple H winning.
We all knew it was going to set up for Mania. There was no, I didn't want him anywhere near the title, but that's what they went down the road with.
It was a necessary.
Yeah. And then the year before that was when Reigns did win. And that was when he got booed out of Philadelphia, and not even The Rock could save him.
This is true. Yeah. This is true. Now, again, I was very surprised that the women's Rumble match went on last. No disrespect to them, but I just didn't. Again, I didn't have faith in WWE.
I think the thing is, as well, is with it, the whole crowd were a little bit flat because they'd given so much for the men's. And to be honest, it was not a bad Rumble as far as. I
think the thing is the fact that they've got a much more limited roster helps. They had to rely on some other people.
This is the thing. I think if you're going to do a women's Rumble, you need to have a 30-woman roster to start with. Because you're going to put returns in it. But they've now used, was it 11 people?
In what?
I think it was 11 or 10 people that were one-offs, and you've kind of ruined the returns for if they ever do the Rumble again.
Yeah, but I'd say a solid 10 in there.
Michelle McCool, Kelly Kelly.
Let's go now. So Lita, Tori Wilson, Molly Holly, Michelle McCool, Vicky Guerrero, Kelly Kelly, Jacqueline, Beth Phoenix, Brie Bella, and Trish Stratus.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
That's a huge chunk. Yeah. But I mean, don't get me wrong, the returns were cool. So Lita, I think my first reaction to Lita was what the fuck are you wearing?
Yeah,
where was the thong? She looked like she'd just got out of a boiler room brawl.
Yeah, she did look great.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And can I just say it? I think maybe because the Attitude Era was so full of chair shots and rubbish wrestling, and every time she did that moonsault, we were like, "Oh my god, a wrestling move! It looks amazing."
Yeah, her moonsault
was awful.
I thought she was going to break her own neck.
Yeah,
that was
she looked
really
awful.
Bad. I was really pleased to see Kairi Sane in there with her old music. Spot on.
Though, can we just point out Michael Cole again?
What did he say? What did he say?
Referred to her as what did he call
Oh, he's
her?
having
He called her
a yacht character or
a
something.
yacht persona.
Yeah.
A yacht persona. It's not that she's got a pirate persona. She's not trying to portray her being a pirate.
She really loves yachts.
She's trying to be a yacht.
Yeah. That was Tori Wilson, I wasn't that fussed about. Molly Holly, I wasn't fussed about. Fucking Tim Lee, who I was with.
Well, can I just say?
We love Molly Holly.
Can I just say that we had Hurricane Helms?
Yeah.
Why didn't we have?
Is it Super Holly or
Molly Holly? What was she called herself?
I can't remember.
But yeah, why didn't she come out in like a superhero gimmick?
Let's see if it's
What was she called?
Oh,
come on, what was she called?
Mighty Molly.
Mighty Molly, that was it.
Thank you, Mastermindopedia.
Yeah.
Michelle McCool, I don't actually know who that is, other than the fact that she's Undertaker's missus.
I didn't know.
Vicky Guerrero got a pop from me.
That was really funny.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Kelly, I don't really know who that is.
No, this is kind of when I stopped watching
this
it.
There was a period where I used to, like, every now and again catch some on Sky.
Yeah.
Like the catch up. And, like, just all of these women just seemed interchangeable.
Yeah,
just,
they weren't great.
Pointless names, and they all looked about the same.
Yeah.
Jacqueline was Jacqueline. Beth Phoenix was cool. But I think the two main ones for me was Trish and Brie Bella. Well, in fact, actually, both of the Bellas coming back. Trish, I think she looks better now than she did, to be honest.
I don't often sit down and watch wrestling with my other half, and when someone comes on, go, oh, she's fit.
Yeah,
because
I think she's aged. I think she looks a lot better now because she looks 90s.
As soon as she came out, Becca was like, "Oh, she looks good." I was like, "Yeah, she's got like an online yoga gym company thing." She's like, "Oh, she's really attractive," and I was like, "Yeah, she is. She's alright. She's not bad." She's like, "Yeah, that's a free ticket."
She's 42.
She's amazing.
That is insane. She's got 2 kids. But yeah, it was really cool to see the Bellas back in it. Good to see Ember Moon in there as well.
I think it was nice to see the Bellas come back, and they did that little team up with Sasha at the end.
Yeah.
To try and eliminate Asuka. And actually, props to Sasha. Like, though she almost killed herself on Monday last week.
Yeah, I saw a gif of that.
Yeah, that
what the
awful.
fuck happened? I think she was going to hold on to the rings.
Herself,
I think she was going to hook her feet, but didn't hook her feet.
Yeah, but But apart from nearly killing herself, she was the Iron Woman.
Yeah.
She was the one that was in longest.
She was.
So which is quite weird because her and Balor are in the mixed match tag team together, and they were both the Iron people.
Yeah, both in there for the best part of an hour.
And actually, I'm not a big fan of Sasha Banks. And
I know.
There was a really funny bit.
Oh, the kicks to Lita that were like 10 inches off.
No. That was funny. Yeah. There was a bit where Corey Graves was shitting all over her. Literally, like, he was like, no one likes her, she's awful, she's this, she's that. And Stephanie McMahon, who I managed to block out on commentary because she wasn't great.
I forgot she was there.
Yeah, she used to go, oh, this is great. Oh, look, this person's been left. Oh, this is historic. And you can block it out. She wasn't as awful as people thought, but she was still shit.
Yeah.
But there's a bit where Corey was just like, no one likes Sasha Banks. And she stepped in and went, yeah, but she's the boss. It's lonely at the top, Corey. You won't know anything about that. Oh! And he just shut up, and I was like, oh!
Sick burn.
Nice.
Sick burn.
Nice.
So that was what it was. Now, for any MMA fans, just skip till about 2 minutes before the end of the podcast for the sign-off, because you're not going to want to hear what I've got to say now. I fucking hated the end.
Can we just ask you a question? Happy with Asuka winning?
100%. But then, who else was there? It's not very often. There's not very often that I feel confident in a Royal Rumble pick. But I said Asuka. I was like,
from the start,
there's nobody else.
Yeah, there is.
There is nobody else. So I was really, really happy with that. Where do I even start?
Can we start by calling her a WWE name?
Which is
Rowdy Ronda Rousey.
Triple R.
I'd love to see Jonathan Ross try and say her name.
Oh Jesus.
Rowdy Ronda Rousey.
Okay, so she came out. Firstly, I'll just apologise for last week's podcast. I didn't realise it was Roddy Piper's jacket.
Yes,
I think
it was. Yeah.
I made a joke about like she'd borrowed it off her dad. I did not know that it was
his
Roddy's jacket.
It was given to her by his son.
Yeah. Which makes me immediately feel like a dick now. But still, it did look a bit silly. The look on her face was all happy, smiley. Like like she was just happy to be there. For me,
yeah, almost like it was a celebrity appearance.
That's it,
and not I'm joining the roster.
Yeah, it was a smile and wave moment. You know, for like from Madagascar, smile and wave, boys, smile and wave, you'll be fine.
One person I think that can pull off a smile and a wave, and that's Paige, because when she came back, and she after her injury,
and Bailey. But that's Bailey's character. Whereas Ronda Rousey is meant to be this MMA tough girl. She should have come out looking angry, looking fired up, getting in people's faces, giving them really stiff handshakes and pulling them up close.
Like she was piss and vinegar.
Yeah, but instead she's all like, "Oh my god, I'm so cool. I'm outside in front of all these people.
Do you not really?
Oh my goodness!"
It wasn't a promo.
Yeah,
there was no words said. It was just, "I'm going to stand here, look like a dick and point."
I think she walked around the ring. She smiled. She shook a whole bunch of people's hands, which was weird. Because, you know, flashback to a couple of WrestleManias ago, when she jumped into the ring with The Rock. There, she looked like an ass kicker. She looked dangerous. She looked like you wouldn't want to be in the ring with her. This one felt like someone that won a fan competition to go and stand in the ring with her favourite people.
It was the no selling from Stephanie. So Michael was just like, "Oh my god, Ronda Rousey's here. We're sat with the boss. Like, Steph, what do you know about that?" And she was like, "Yeah, I'm in shock, Michael." Yeah. It's just like, oh my god, just don't be a robot.
And then all she does is stand. Like, for me, if I'm Asuka, I am fucking furious.
Oh, because you're the inaugural winner of the inaugural Women's Royal Rumble,
and no one's talking. No one's talking about it. No one. It's like James Ellsworth winning the Women's Money in the Bank. You know. Like, I'm just, to be honest, I feel bad for Asuka and all 30 women that took part in that Rumble.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for them because no one's talking about that.
Do you know what would have been better? Have her come out on Monday Night Raw.
Yes. How many? If I had £1 for every person I've heard that thinks that, that is the correct thing. Yeah, have her come out on Raw, and then like, pardon me. So we obviously didn't have a conclusion to who Asuka was wanting to face, but surely isn't she on one of the brands anyway?
Yeah, but I think it was that thing of you could choose which title because it was with the men. That's why they asked Nakamura, "Who do you want to go against?" Okay. He said AJ.
So is he on the same brand as AJ?
He is, yeah.
See that? Because so to me that's a bit weird.
He could have said Brock.
Yeah.
Which means the elimination.
That would have been good.
Which means the elimination chamber on Raw would have been for SmackDown.
Yeah. Which would have just been.
But because it's a Raw pay-per-view, they wouldn't have done it.
That's true. So this is the thing. So maybe have Asuka kind of look really awkward, and then maybe fade to black or whatever.
But I like the fact that Asuka didn't shake her hand.
Yeah. Because that's the thing. Because I would have fucking nutted her. I would have nutted her. So basically, you've just 30 women have just battled for an hour. Yeah. And it turns out all you have to do is be some ex MMA star from somewhere else. Just walk down the ramp and point at WrestleMania. That's apparent. You don't need to win. You don't need to fight 29 other people. Just turn up and point at a fucking sign. But if it was that easy, I'd have done it years ago.
From what I've heard, it may not be a title shot that she gets at Mania.
Good.
I think they're trying to get The Rock involved. Okay. And have The Rock and Ronda Rousey.
Rock and Rowdy.
So all the R's. Versus, I want to say it's Stephanie and Triple H.
Well, no, for that they've been. From what I've heard, it's going to be her and Charlotte, and that Charlotte's been fighting for it for a while.
There's quite a few things going around, but I know the biggest one that I think Vince is definitely pushing for the tag team. He wants The Rock.
Okay, that's fair. But just, I don't know. To me, it just overshadowed the entire thing. She didn't say anything. She didn't look like she was there to do business. She looked like she'd won a contest to go and stand in the ring at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, it was like, I don't think this is my favourite Royal Rumble by any stretch of the imagination. I'm really happy with the Nakamura.
Yep.
I like the fact that the Women's Royal Rumble wasn't won by Rousey.
Yeah.
That, her coming out with 30 and winning would have been worse.
I think I would have preferred that than have her come out and just overshadow Asuka, but still, we'll have to see how it plays out. I will still sit back and see what happens, but part of me is a bit pissed off. And then, like, she said that she's now a full-time member of the WWE roster. Yeah. Was she on Raw? No. But I think... What's the fucking point? What is the fucking point?
Like, her whole shtick or whole thing before Royal Rumble was she said that she was going to Colombia to film whatever film she's doing. Is it Statham?
Fuck knows, mate.
I think actually she still has commitments to go and finish that film. Before she comes back.
But then, as I say, don't ever turn up at the Rumble. Have the Women's Rumble go on third. put the men's Rumble on last and end with Shinsuke Nakamura.
Do you know what would have made more sense? Hold her off until Mania.
This is what I'm saying.
Have the women, have an open
challenge.
Or Charlotte versus whoever.
Have her come out on Raw.
Charlotte retain. So build a nice feud with, like, what you could have done, and this is a bit of a long shot, kept the belt on Natalya, built a feud between Natalya and Charlotte, get to Mania, have Charlotte win the women's title at Mania, Charlotte gets a nice pop, wonderful, she's got her title, and then just as she's walking or about to get out of the ring, have Rousey come down, put her in an armbar or an armbar or something, pick up the title, and wander off.
Yeah.
Like, that would have been
something
brilliant.
like that. But to me, if well, if I'm going to have her come out of the Rumble, have her get up in someone's face. Yeah. She just didn't look aggressive or like she was there to fight.
She shook Stephanie's hand. The last time they were in a ring together,
she was almost breaking her arm.
Yeah, she nearly broke her arm. It's like, you wouldn't do that.
Yeah, just didn't dig it. But, you know, it happened, and therefore...
I think
we're on the road to WrestleMania. That's the main thing.
She will be built as the female Brock Lesnar.
But she's fine. But let's book her the right way.
Yeah, until Shayna Baszler comes up.
Yeah, well, so we'll see. Are you watching Rumble live this year? Mania. Sorry.
I was like, Rumble's been on next year, maybe.
Are you watching Mania live?
I don't even know when it is.
Have you got the day after booked off?
Probably.
Do it, make it happen, and then join me.
Let me know when it is.
It's probably the same day that it's been for a while. 8th of April.
I'll have a look.
Book the nights off work and come and watch it with me wherever we may be. But yeah, it's been good seeing you, buddy.
Yeah, it's been a long one.
Should we do some social media?
Yeah, go on then.
So facebook.com/Figure4Radio. Go over there, give us a like. Because I say we're closing in on 500. I want that 500 mark.
We'll get there.
I really want that 500 mark. You do the Instas and the Twitters.
Instagram and Twitter is @Figure4Radio for both.
I'm now on Instagram. I've only done one post, but I'm on there.
So you're on Instagram.
I am.
And you're also on Twitter.
I am, which is @F4R_Mastermind. We've got the website, figure4radio.weebly.com. YouTube.
YouTube/F4TV.
Something like that.
Yeah, and that's where you'll get all of, I want to say, our back catalogue.
Pretty much. I mean, we really need to start pushing now because we've got so much of our old podcasts on.
Yeah, once a week we put up a new one. So yeah, it's all out there.
It is.
You know, head to iTunes, head to Stitcher, head to Podomatic. You'll find us everywhere.
Do the subscribe so you're the first to hear when it comes out. All that
the
sort
likes,
of
the shares, the subscribing.
You know how it works.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
How it works. And if you are a wrestler or a wrestling promoter and you want me on your products as a commentator, get in touch with me on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, via Figure4Radio. You can catch me at the following shows. When is this going to be released? So on the 18th of February, which is a Sunday, I'll be at the Wrestling League at the Dovercourt Caravan Park in Harwich. 24th of February, I will be at DOA in March, Cambridge. Then we've got the 3rd of March, DOA in Great Yarmouth, followed by Sacrifice Pro on the 4th of March. I've also got Hope Future on Friday the 23rd. That's going to be up north near Mansfield. And then the 25th, I will be over in Newport, Wales for Exposure Wrestling. I've also got DOA again on the 31st of March. And then Sacrifice Pro again on the 8th of April. But do check out all of those promotions. They're all doing really, really good things. I'm keeping myself busy.
Yeah, and so you should be.
Yeah. Well, next week we'll be back with potentially my favourite podcast I've ever recorded, with a one-on-one interview with Alexander Hyde. People are going to absolutely love that one. It's my favourite one that I've recorded, sitting down with someone. It was exactly what I wanted it to be. So can't wait for the world to hear that. But for now, I've been the Mastermind Ollie Spring.
I've been Luke O'Man.
And we'll see you next